Welcome to Electronics 10 Part 2 review. We're just going to go over how to measure voltage and current in a circuit. Basically, the mantra for measuring voltage and current is this. To measure voltage, you're going to be measuring across something. The probe will be on one side of the part, the other probe will be on the other. So it'll be across on either side. To measure current, you must break the circuit at that point and put the meter into the circuit so that the current can flow into the meter and out of the meter. Okay? So let's take a closer look at how we do that. We're going to start with voltage first. We are going to measure voltage on the input resistor of this sensor circuit we were just looking at. So to do that, we go to our meter, we set it to DC volts, and I'm choosing 20 volts because the 9-volt range will fit in there quite nicely. You can see on the probes here I've added wires so that we can attach to the board easily. I am going to attach them into the board here. One goes on one side of the resistor, one goes on the other side. Okay, you'll see that there's not reading any voltage on there because the circuit needs to be activated, right? I've turned the power switch on, but I have to push the input switch to get the voltage to go. So if I put the input switch on, there's my voltage. 3.01. Starts to drain there. I've got a weak battery, I guess. But if I press the button again, there's the voltage across that resistor on the input. Let go. And I push the button again. And so you can see the voltage come and go. And that's the voltage across the input resistor going to our processor. Now, if I wanted to measure the current, I don't know if my meter actually has a proper fuse in it, but we're going to show you how to do that. To measure current, we're going to change the meter to DC current. So I'm going to be in the milliamp range. If you remember, we talked about this circuit running on 10 milliamps. And I'm going to put my probe in the correct place. So looking at the circuit now, I have to break the circuit and put the probes in line so that the current can flow through. So I'm going to remove these. I'm going to move this resistor over. So I provided a break. See, there's a space in between these two wires. I'm going to put one wire of my probe there and one wire on the other side joining up with the blue wire. So one is with the resistor, one is with the blue wire. And when I press the button, nothing happens. On the input of that processor, the current is quite low, so it doesn't register on the meter. So I'm going to try a different spot. I'll take these out. And we'll reconnect this so that the circuit will still function. I am going to go over here where the push button is on our input. Put on the meter in between so we can catch current flow. Push the button, and again there's nothing. So what's happened here is the fuse on my meter has been blown and I haven't replaced it. And you know, you should check those kinds of things before you do the video. Right? Anyway, if you look, you see to measure current, you have to break apart the circuit and you're going to put the probe on one side, basically pretending that the meter is a wire for current and you want the current to flow through the meter. Okay, so voltage we measure across, and for current we make the meter like a wire and we break it and put the meter in place. there is your review of measuring current and voltage, even though you didn't even see current. But it was pretty good though, wasn't it? Not bad? I think so. Good luck.